Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another live edition of Dom Sakali's Mafia Roundtable, Crooked Ass at Dom. Hope everybody's having a great day. Me, I am tired. Super tired today. Woo! It's been some time. It's been some fun. Let's say hello to everybody who's on the live. Here we go, folks. Cynthia, Anthony, and Michael, what's going on? Big Arms, John Haas, Kathleen, Jonathan says, I like Gene, unsure about Hootie, although I'd stamp his gangster card as well. Dom wants to say more, hold back. Nah, I agree with you, without a doubt. Jonathan, Cynthia, OCN going up, and up. There we go, folks. Parakeet Girl, what's going on? Scully, who else do we have here? Curly, we got a Curly in the house. What's going on? Scrolling down quick. Anthony, Michael, what's going on? What's up, folks? Good to see everybody's coming on. Step, what's up? Susan, hello. Lee, what's going on? Golf. Have to scroll down. All right, folks. Donna, hello. Stephen. Everybody, let's one of our viewers, Chief Lewis, let's our thoughts and prayers to him. He's going through some troubled times as far as medical issues. So let's, all support here. Shout out to you, Chief Lewis. Hope everything works out. Prayers and thoughts to you. That's for definite. That's for sure. Folks, it is crazy. I hope everybody likes the video yesterday going over the official Crypto Nostra coin. Like the team members said, we're here for everybody. We're just going to keep on moving forward. We have a lot going on. And another good thing that was said, and I really didn't even realize it, as Downtown Benny said, I put a face to the coin. Nobody puts a face to that coin. Think about it. We had Trump, the Trump coin, his kids, but I actually put a face to it every day. I'm promoting it, wearing the hat, going out there. It's funny, at the gym, I never correct anybody. They could call me Billy, and I'll answer. If they think my name is Billy, I'll say, hey, what's up? How you doing? I did that to somebody in the prison system who's called me Anthony for about 5 years. We went from Allenwood, Talladega, Schuylkill, all over the place to call me Anthony. Finally, I think it was one of the prisons. It was in Allenwood. This is on maybe year 4. He went to Funzi, Alfoncisca. He says, now he worked in the kitchen. He was my contract guy from Talladega, Alabama, many, many years. So he's like, hey, Funds. Hey, what's up? Where's Tony? He's like, wait, Tony? Yeah, Tony. There's no Tony. What do we mean, Tony? Who's Tony? The big Italian guy who introduced me to you. And Tony? You mean Dominic? No, Tony. I was with him in Talladega. He said, that's Dominic. That's not Tony. The only big Italian guy is Dominic. He said, oh, okay. I thought his name was Tony. And this kid happened to be Anthony. No, or Tony, whatever. I think his name was Tony. He says, pulls me up. Hey, I look at him. And I didn't know what was going on. What's up? You have my stuff? Yeah, I got your eggs for you. So I get hard-boiled eggs, like a dozen every 2 days. He give me. As he's giving me my eggs, he said, why didn't you ever correct me? Your name was Dominic. And he said, all good. All good. He said, oh, you're wrong. You're wrong, D. I said, no, all good. He said, damn, I've been calling you Tony, Anthony, Tony for 2 years, 3 years. Man, I started laughing. But so back to my story. I'm at the gym every day. A Venezuelan guy, younger, good shape, big, works there hard Works out hard. So I'll tell him if I see him he's doing heavy squats. I'm like, bro, you better wrap your knees up. You're doing 365, 405 in the bucket. You better wrap those knees up. I know the weight it's not all that heavy. Wrap the knees up. I'm telling you from experience. Okay. He was calling me Dimitri, and I'm answering. So finally, today I'm walking in the gym. He said, so I said, hey, what's up? Go tap him. Hey, Dimitri. Dominic. I started laughing. I says, I know, my bad. I didn't correct you, but all good. So we have some laughs with that. I just, what the heck. But folks, it's really, really, last night, if those of you don't know, coming home from dinner, I get a text from Gene. Hey, I need you to come on my show. Okay, give me 10 minutes. As I'm walking in the house, Maddie sees I'm heading towards my studio. So she said, what are you doing? I said, Gene texted me, wants me to go on. And usually that's my time with Maddie, because otherwise I'm in deep shit. So I looked at it. I says, he's always there. Every time I ask him for something, it's done. So she says, no, I know. Go ahead, go. So I went on Gene's show last night. Hootie was there, which I had no clue till I turned on. But you know what? I got to give him props. Neither one of us brought anything up about the beef. So all good. It was respectful. And, that's what the life is about, being in the life. We will have our words face to face. I'm sure he felt the same way, but it just shows, I showed him respect. He showed me respect. It's not always about who yells the loudest that counts. And I made some jokes. I'm like, Hootie, that was the most foolish thing you did going by yourself, but I got to give you a gangster card. I'm giving you your gangster card. That was gangster, going there by yourself. Because everybody knew Joey's going to have people there, but he didn't know that Joey would have him jump. And again, doesn't matter the age. You're a gangster, you're a gangster. That's all there is to it. Doesn't matter. And like I told Hootie, I said, with all due respect, you're not an imposing figure that you're going to scare somebody because of your size or, your built. However, Joey and Snuff should have been up front knowing, because they knew, you could see he's walking there with nobody by himself, and Joey had a crew of guys, which of course he's going to. But once you see that, Joey and Snuff should have stepped out and told him, all right, come on, what do you have to say? What are you here for? And then if there was an altercation, it should have been Joey and Snuff on Hootie. And even Hootie agreed with that. But for them to just have him jumped and them not even participate, man, that's a punk move in my book. I'm sorry. You're a mafia boss. Snuff doesn't know better, but you're a boss. You're a boss of a Philadelphia crime family. Whether you're shelved, not shelved, active, inactive, you're still a boss. Whether you're 60, 90, or 200 years old, you're still a boss of a crime family. At least step up. At least step up and come out. Listen, you talk just as much smack as everybody else, but they're going raw on you. I don't believe in that. I tend to disagree with that. But they're going to do what they're going to do. They're grown men. I can only give them guidance. If they're going to listen, they're going to listen. But Hootie went there as a gangster. I got to give him props. I wouldn't go by myself. Never happened. Because I'm always out to win. I have too much, I guess, self-esteem and pride. I'm never going to lose. That's just my thought. That's just my mindset. I'm always out to win. Never to fail in life. Always to succeed. Always to push forward, persevere. And these guys, I was impressed. I got to give Hootie his props. They said they hit him with the blackjacks, trying to knock him out, knock him down. They couldn't do it. And you have to understand, Hootie's stout, short to the ground, and he looks like a bull. Whether he's overshaped, not in shape, he's still a bull. You could see that. You could see that in the guy. And I got to give him his props. So Hootie, no matter what our disagreements were in the past, and we will confront each other face to face and work it out as men. I gotta give you your props. I have a lot of respect for what you did, not what you did, how you did it. Because you could have gotten hurt really bad. Because there was a few years back, folks, for those of you who don't know, Joey D'Amico, who grew up down there on Mulberry Street. I'm pretty sure it was Mulberry Street. He was a acting captain in the Bonanno crime family, wearing a wire on the street towards the end. Joey went to the feast. After he cooperated, they let him out. Years went by. Might have been maybe about 7, 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 10, who knows. Went down to San Gennaro feast. They beat him from one end of the street to the next end. Bad. I heard they hospitalized him. Bad. They beat him down bad. That just shows the difference. Philly, New York. When New York guys come after you, they're going to hurt you. They're not playing. What Joey did was definitely amateur hour. And I'm keeping it real. And I don't condone the violence. I really don't. Especially at our age. All of us. But, there's been a lot of shit going back and forth. A lot of tough Tony talking. So, you know what? I got to give Hootie his props for going out there doing what he did. So, and Gene, listen, guys, you really are in for it. Thinking Gene's soft or Gene has it messed up. And, I stick up for people. I tell people all the time. As far as with Joey's out there saying he could go anywhere he can, anywhere he wants. No, Joey, you're wrong. Announce that you're going into Miami, Joey. Announce you're going into Miami. We'll see. And bring all the guys you want, Joe. And I guarantee you, Gene will be there with whomever he has to bring. So stop saying you could go anywhere you want, because we don't see you heading to Miami, that's for sure. So I said my piece with that, because Gene is adamant. Gene is just Gene, and he's going to do him. I tried to calm him down. There's no calming down. He's going to keep on going after you, going at you. I don't agree with it. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it, but that's Gene's opinion too. Big Arms says Gene needs to grow up and stop. But you know what, Big Arms? Gene wants his day in the streets with Joey and Lil Snuff. And he's adamant about it. So that's him getting his frustrations out. That's him berating. Keep on. And folks, just so everybody knows, Jeff Nadu. Again, I said I had nothing against Jeff. I said it on Gene's show. But Gene is in touch with Joey Caves. Joey, if you watch the show, I'll be giving you a call tomorrow. And Joey told him, no, I never had a fight with Dominic. Gene said it. Never had a fight with Dominic. Matter of fact, I worked out with Dominic. I like Dominic. I broke Dominic's chops, and Dominic took it as disrespect. But I like Dominic. I have nothing against him. And Joey Caves, listen, gangster to the G. He's a gangster. He'll definitely go. But it just shows people like Jeff Nadu have to come on here and lie, make up stories, because he indicated that somebody named DC, who's a Mafia player, that Joey Caves beat him badly. Made it sound like he got the information from Joey. So never happened. This is what this Mafia Jana has to resort to? Talking about the coin. It's a shit coin. It dropped. Well, you see, it's going back up. It happens. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I didn't sell any coins. You could go on Bubble Maps, this map, that map, check the wallets. They're all locked. They're not locked, but they're all locked in the coins. There's no coins that sold. So all that stuff you're talking, stop lying. Are you that small of a person you have to fabricate? All we know, facts. You called the cops on Joey Molino. You tried to have Joey Molino locked up. You're making lies like I came to you for you and I to do a show. That was a lie. Everything that comes out of your mouth is a lie. Unless you're stuffing your face with food, that's the only time you're not lying, because you're eating. So that's 90% of the time. The other 10% of the time, everything that comes out is a lie. So stop. And you know what? I don't advocate, but I'll eat you up and spit you out all day long, brother. Without a doubt. But I wouldn't even waste my time. Wouldn't even waste my time. Because if you ever saw me that I'm walking in the streets, or happen to know somebody in your neighborhood, you see me outside your house while you come, you're going to run inside so fast. I know it. I know the character. Because for somebody to keep on fabricating to make out points, to me, you're nothing. You're nothing at all. Because my heart doesn't pump Kool-Aid, brother. That's for sure. It doesn't pump Kool-Aid. I might have cooperated. I might have ratted. I might have took the coward way out. Never get it twisted. Never get it twisted. So let's stop poking the bull and just move on. If you have something negative to say that's correct, say it. Say it. I'll be the first one to admit it. If I got baseball batted, I would say I got baseball batted. Yes, that's true. That happened. That somebody doesn't know, I would say it. You know why? Because I'm man. I'm a man, and I'm confident with myself. And I did so much damage throughout my life, so much hurt, so much harm to people. I'm secure with myself, brother. I know what I'm capable of doing. What are you capable of doing? Checking yourself into a mental asylum because you were terrified that Joey Molino was going to kill you. Terrified, petrified. So, and we spoke. Now, I'll leave that topic alone. And again, I have no beef with you. I really don't. I really don't. But when you start making up lies, like really, you have to go that low. You're that much of a little person. So it's sad. It really is sad. You have nothing better to do. Nothing better to do. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. But again, I frown. The topic came up with the Bonanno crime family, the feast. People say, no, it's the Gambinos, it's the Genovese that run it. No, it's the Bonanno crime family runs the San Gennaro feast. Everybody gets a piece of it. When we were out there, the Genovese, it was Angelo Prisco. Vinny gave him the electric. Everything went through Tony Green. But Vinny gave him the electric. Who had the garbage pickup? We got X amount. And you get the electric, we're still getting kickback. They were still getting kickback. So if they're making 50, 60,000 off the electric, we got 20. And that's the way it works. And then all the stands we collect from. So, and then we had whatever we want. If we wanted the trash, we wanted the water, whatever you want, everything is taxed. But we worked close with the Genovese. I'm not sure about the Gambinos, what they had there. But I know the Genovese because I was there with Angelo and Vinny when he told them he has the electric over there. So, but we had control of that feast always, always. So, and for Michael Washwoman, Michael Washwoman Mancuso, the Fugazi boss, that's what we're going to call him, the Fugazi boss of the Bonanno crime family, to give Joey Molino, whether he paid, didn't pay, to give him a stand at the feast. Michael, you definitely don't know the life, brother. You don't know the life. You know what? Obviously, you don't. And I'll reiterate once again. Michael Washwoman the nose when he was in prison. He wrote a letter to Michael Melnish's wife telling her, your husband is going with my girlfriend while I'm locked up. That Matty Madonna called him a rat. Matty Madonna, the acting boss of the Lucchese's, called Michael Washwoman the nose Mancuso a rat, R-A-T, a rat. And Michael didn't do anything about it. You know why? Because Michael is soft. Michael just points the finger, and he gave Joey Molino a stand at the feast. So you know what? And I have to say this. It came out. I don't know how true it is. Patty Falsetti, you are a punk too. You are a punk. You are soft. Uncle Patty. Uncle Patty. Ernie Barney, really? You have this grenade, another one? Gives Joey Molino tables in Rayos? In Rayos? It was said last night. Uncle Patty Falsetti. You know what, Patty? I liked you. I liked you. But some other people, and I'm not even going to mention names in the Bronx, you married somebody. Not a good look. And I'll leave it at that because I like the woman you married. Really nice lady. But that wasn't a good look either, Patty. Wasn't a good look either, Patty. So, wow. Wow. Patty Falsetti, Uncle Patty boy, Locust Point in the Bronx, actually gives Joey Molino his table at Rayo's. I thought it was Anthony Bawat. Then Anthony, I have to say shame on you too, brother. You're an old-time gangster from Harlem. I got a lot of love for you, and you know that. We did time together. My uncle Pete the Neck was around you. I spent a lot of time with you. I saw what you did. Old school gangster, drug dealer. Anthony's no joke. How could you let Joey Molino into Rayo's? Everybody knows Rayo's with the Lucchese family. The Jet. Joey Cupcake's father, the Jet, Angelo Cheesecake, had Rayo's on lock. Had it on lock. That's how Joey Cupcake has money. Frankie Pellegrino promised Angelo he would always look out for his son. And Joey lived on that same block, Brownstone, maybe 3 houses down, a brownstone house. That Joey's mother used to have the pillow out the window, looking out the window in the summertime. So that's how far back I go, folks. I could tell story after story after story. So for Anthony Bawat, Anthony, wow, I know you're older, but how could you allow that? How could you allow that? So you know what, folks? I should go into Rayo's. Maybe I might stop there. I'm not going to announce it, but I'll stop there. But when I do go, believe I'm going to bring some heavy hitters with me because there's no way anybody's going to try to jump me. They're going to get served. And that's it. So I just might walk into Rayo's one night. And what I might do is have it filmed. Have it filmed. We'll see what gangsters are there. I'm going to have my guys with me because I have some heavy hitters too now. You know, I got a lot of guys that gravitated to me. I have some big boys too. Big boys. And it's not always about size, but they go. They go. They rock and roll. Young crew. I even have guys from my past calling me up. Dom, whatever you need, we're here for you. We're here for you. F them. F them. I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm cool. When they knew I was in New York, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I don't look for the violence though, but I just might stop into Rayo's one night, sometime really soon. Might stop in there. Be surprised. Everybody will be surprised. I'm going to go to the bar and I'm going to have a drink. So let them not serve me. We'll see. So we're going to have some fun. We're definitely going to have some fun. Let me go to the fans. Step, thank you for the contribution. OCM rocks. Bye, everyone. Mafia Roundtable. Best group on YouTube by far. There you go. We got Jonathan. You brought some clarity to the show that can sometimes with them get a little ridiculous with the back and forth jokes. Well, thank you. I hope it's a thank you. Anyway, folks, listen. Right, wrong, or indifferent, I'm me. I'm me. I've changed my life. I've changed everything around. And I'll call it the way I see it. I'll call it if I'm in the life. Thank God I'm not in the life, folks. Thank God. Because people like myself, people like Gene, people like Nicholas Piscotti, people like John Lido, people like Joey Caves, Anthony, Russo, everybody, Larry, Mazza. If I was still in the life and they come across my name, John A. Light, if they come across my neighborhood or they're in my vicinity, I'm taking them out. That's gangster. I'm taking them out. Sorry. And all the guys I mentioned, from Joey Caves to Johnny A. Light to Anthony Russo to Gene, if they were still true to the life and they saw me, They would try to take me out. So that's why I'm glad I'm not in the life, because and then you have guys like Michael the Washwoman Mancuso. You have guys like Urkel, Uvino, Michael Uvino. You have guys like Ernie Aiello. Jokes. They would let me walk the life. Let me tell everybody a story. We're in prison. It's Vinny. I have a co-defendant meeting. Vinny, Anthony Aiello, and myself. We finally get a co-defendant meeting. We could see each other. They had a separate T on all of us. The Anthony Ace Aiello's on a different floor in the MDC building. Vinny's in MCC, has to be shipped over. So we have our co-defendant meeting. While we're sitting down in our co-defendant meeting, I had seen Anthony for one of the lawyer visits in the visiting room, so we spoke. I said, Ace, we pull over on the side, lawyers, everybody, they're on one side of the legal conference room. I said, Ace, tell them what just happened. Joe Massino, it's already out, Joe Massino ratted. Okay? It's, what was it? I think it was something, I'm not sure what time of year it was. But Mateo's is a restaurant in Howard Beach. Who's there? Joe Massino's wife is having dinner. Bruno, Kathy Burke, Ace's girlfriend who he was with quite some time, her and somebody else. Do you know Kathy Burke and Bruno? They were socializing with Joe Massino's wife. Granted, the wife has nothing to do, but you're going to socialize with her after what Joe did to Vinny, myself, everybody. Bruno, after they killed your father, you're going to socialize with his wife. And do you know they picked up her check? They didn't even acknowledge Ace's girlfriend, who they knew. They were at, I think, a Christmas event together at Mateo's at one time when Ace was on the street. So they knew who she was. They didn't even acknowledge her. Didn't even say anything. They didn't even ask about Ace. They were more concerned about Joe Massino's wife, Josephine. Now, if that's not an effed up move, but Bruno, you know, folks, that's why we called him cuckoo, because he's out of his damn mind. Out of his mind. I told Vinny. Vinny just shook his head. He goes, Bo, you know, cuckoo. I said, Vin, that's messed up. That's messed up. Give you another thing. Vinny and myself, personally, Vinny and Bruno had a loan from Zero. Okay? Vinny made, when Bruno went away on violation, twice, not once, twice. Vinny and I, now, Vinny took care of the loan. That's his business with Bruno. We gave Kathy $5,000 a month. I chipped in. I gave half of that. And we were sending Bruno $500 a month in his commissary. Oh, by the way, his lawyer was Bobby Blasna. We sent $5,000. His lawyer was only charging him $5,000 for the violation. We paid the lawyer the $5,000. You know what I got from Bruno? That's what I got from Bruno. My son's mother, you know what she got from Bruno? When my kid was born? My daughter's mother, you know what she got from Bruno? That's part of a life. That's a life to be proud of. That's from an old school, old timer. Nothing. Zero. When my son was born, the only one who sent something, Robert Van Zandt sent a $500 basket with clothes, all baby things. That was it. And the only ones that were looking out was Sally Daz and his family. Anthony Daz sent the lawyer immediately $50,000, giving my son's mother $5,000 a month. $5,000, giving her $5,000 a month. Dom, is there anything else you need? No, brother, I'm good. Wasn't a made guy. It was just an associate around me. All the made guys, nothing. PJ, my acting captain, nothing. Well, he wasn't out there too much longer after I cooperated. But nothing at all. Nothing at all. And I got to give it to Joe Barone. He paid me the money. We had a deal going on. I think it might have been 35, 45, 55,000. I don't even know. Said, Dom, here's your money. Cousin went, picked it up, gave him the money. Joe paid me. He didn't have to, knowing like, oh, I'll never see him again. Joe paid it. Joe paid it. So, excuse me. And this was after I cooperated, where he could have got away with it. So, folks, it's a, you talk, everybody talks about the life, loyalty, respect, and then you wonder why people like me say, the hell with it, I'm cooperating. What is it? It's a joke. It's a joke. Yet, from Gino Gillespie, from Joe Sabella, I don't know if it was Gino, I'll take that name back. Joe Sabello, Joe Torre. There was a slew of guys. I had about Bruno. I had about 5, 6 guys that were locked up. And I'm not BSing. They could tell you guys the story. Ask them. Ask them if you know them. They were getting $500 a month out of my own pocket. I didn't shake down my guys. $500 a month each. The only one Vinny looked out for was Bruno. The rest I took care of. He said, Bo, you want me to help? I said, no, I got this. I'm all right. $500 each. Each in their commissary. That Joe Torre told me, sent word, Dom, they pulled me into SIS. They were wondering, who's this? Where are you getting $500 a month from? Who's this guy? Because I put a facetious name on the money order. But that's the way I roll. That's the way I roll. I was loyal to the life, to a fault, to a damn fault. And look where it got me. A better life, happier life. So where I could keep my head up high. It's harder, it's difficult, but you know what? I'm doing me. I'm doing me. So people, let's see what we have tonight in the chats. Let me go make sure I didn't miss anybody. Fam funding. Oh, okay. Raphael, thank you. Dom, Paulie Walnuts in The Soprano, he became an underboss at the end. Was he a good guy who could be in your crew? Do you like him as a soldier? Good question. No, I would love a Paulie. Aggressive, gangster, thug. Definitely love Paulie. Would definitely want him. Lore 84. Hey, Dom. Molino owes his life to a rat. Tommy DiGiorgio. He flipped after refusing an order to kill Molino for Nicky Scarfo. Well, thank you for that one. Thank you for that one. People, I could see, because one time I was on the other side of the spectrum, and I would definitely, not accept rats, but I wouldn't be on social media talking about it if I was in the life. That's for sure. That's for sure. I would not be talking about it on social media. I'd be acting. If I ran to somebody, even like a Chris Pacello, I'm serving them. I'm serving anybody I ran into. And that's the difference with me, because these guys out there don't care. They don't give a crap. So CW says, Dom, how much do you think the nose makes a year as a boss? He's probably making a couple of million. I think people are holding back. If Vinny was out there, he'd probably be making 10, 20, 30 million. People wouldn't be holding back from him. Michael's not respected, and that's it. Hey, Philly Bob, good to see you. Who else we have? Roxanne, yes, Johnny Privolone did it. Let's see. What's that? Philadelphia. Love 84, never wrong. Okay. Smith. I was at the I'm sorry, it's skipping on me. I was at the San Gennaro feast last week. What would have happened if I approached Joey Molino at his stand in a friendly manner as a civilian? I don't think anything. He'd probably accept it. Oh, another thing. I told Hootie. I asked him, I said, why would you throw a steak? I told Gene. He said, throw a steak? I was going to eat that steak. I had me laughing with that one. Oh, I know, brother, you would. But, all that has to stop. Guys, hit that like button. Cynthia's giving an order. She says, hit that like button now. Don't worry. You're not going to get electrocuted. You're not going to get punished. Uh, Jamie Chikala. Hello, my cousin. Too much disrespect in the life. Glad you're out. Thank you. No, it is. There's a lot of disrespect. It's just not what it once was. The two dodos. Pelham Parkway. And we got Pelham Parkway in the house. There you go. Big Arm says, Molino actually never speaks about anything. Have you seen the Vlad he did? He says he don't know. Well, because Molino's playing two ends against the middle, he's on the fence. He knows he has to be careful with his words because it could get him killed. Listen, even though they're not killing, the Mafia is still dangerous. I would never underestimate it. So Anthony Michael says, buy that OCM before the next pump. The pump will be an explosion, put it that way. Lee, just added to my OCN a little bit at a time. People, thank you. Listen, $10, $20, that's all you have to put. It'll go up. It'll go up. So without a doubt, we have a lot of things coming out. Chip, Nadu is pretty unlikable. I'm sorry, it's skipping. Acts like he's the only guy who reports on the mob. You know what? Look at him. That's all I have to say. Look at him. He needs to be relevant. He's not relevant in appearance, actions, or street creds. He's not relevant. So because of the YouTube platform, it makes him relevant. But I'm making him irrelevant because I'm bringing out all the lies. All he does is lie about me. That's all he does. And I said it best. Watch Gene's show. I'm not going to say it on mine. Watch his show. Because he's poking something. It's not going to be good. Lore 84, thank you for the contribution. Bananas would have been better with Sunny Red. Absolutely, 10,000%. G, thank you for the contribution. 55, yo, UK viewers here. The festival fight drama is embarrassing. Yes, it is. It's embarrassing when you have to jump somebody like Hootie. That's embarrassing. Not taking anything away from the guy. No disrespect. But he's not an imposing force. He's not an imposing figure that you need to jump him. I'm sorry. Just schoolyard slaps over cheesecakes, not gangster moves. You're right. You're romancing nothing and letting the Mafia genre down. Call it what it is, hot air. Absolutely 10,000% on that. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. You got that one. Without a doubt. Let me see. Okay, we got all the fan funding in. Back to the live. Good live, Tim. Glad you enjoyed it, Big Arms. Glad you enjoyed it. Charles Nicholas. Laura, maybe I am always. I have been very close to Rusty's family, so I wouldn't have liked that outcome, but you might be right. Oh, definitely. Definitely. Without a doubt, they're right. Because you know what? Joe Messino killed all the good guys. Really did. Definitely, without a doubt. Pat Pasta says Gene is poking and will only get in trouble again. He needs to chill. I agree. But, Gene's going to do him. I told him. He's just going to do himself. So I can't knock it. What's the podcast movement in your what's the proudest moment of your career in your life? Good question. The proudest moment. I was going to say when my kids were born, but the proudest moment, which every parent, adores their kids. But for me, the proudest, the most difficult, looking back, at that time, it wasn't the proudest moment. Now it is when I cooperated. Made me turn my life around, made me change. And I'm still a work in progress. Still a work in progress, still trying to grow, still trying to hold back. There's times I just want to launch. I want to go out. I want to go walking by somebody's house and just, hurt them. And then, I just calm down and I say, Dom, is it worth it? Look how far you've come. really, you'll annihilate the person, people, anybody. When I put my mind to something, there's no stopping me. So I take those frustrations and I target it towards positive flow, positive energy, positive endeavors. So it's all I could do, but I'm not perfect. I am tempted a lot, especially on this genre of people coming sideways, where I want to front them. I want to tell them, now what? Like walk into Rayo's. What are you guys going to do? I'm here. What are you going to do? They'll shit in their pants. They will shit in their pants. Obviously, literally shit in their pants if they saw me walking in. Somebody saw me on their street. I was right outside Michael Knowles' house. Right outside. I have the videos. They'll be released sometime when I feel like it. Right outside his house, first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning when everybody's coming out, going to work. Wasn't hiding. Didn't do it mid-afternoon when I know nobody's in the neighborhood. People say, look, he was there early in the morning. What happens early in the morning on a weekday, folks? What happens? People go out to work. People are walking their dogs early because they have to go to work. People are going to school. Well, there was no school at that time. They're going to work. Right there, filming. So, Andy says, effing useless. One question. Fools, is there anyone in your life that loves and respects you? Did any of you three jerk offs ever do a real job? No, Andy, you know what? Guys, you're in. You know what, Andy? I'm not even going to put you in timeout. You're blocked. How about that? You're blocked. And to answer your questions, I put a lot. You better read the damn internet. All the work I did. Go pull up my indictment. Go pull up what I pled out to. All the murders, the solicitation to murders. We were killing everybody in the Bronx. Everybody. Vinny and myself, we were killing everybody. All the Albanians were going. Patty DiFilippo was going. Anybody that crossed our path, they were going. So you're dealing with the wrong person. What have you done? You're just another keyboard tough guy. Dom, when you're looking back at your life in the mob, do you ever regret anything? If so, what do you regret? I regret trusting. I regret having faith in the Bonanno crime family, having faith in Vinny. Because if Vinny keeps his mouth shut, doesn't boast, doesn't brag, doesn't say what we did, we're never locked up. We're never locked up. So where is the loyalty with that life? Where is it? That's my biggest regret, getting involved in a crime family. I should have just stayed solo by myself. So, Jamie Sakala, thank you again for the contribution. I feel like you meeting Marty was your changing point, and your family was your reward. I feel like you meeting Marty. Who Marty? Who Marty, Jamie? And you'll have to give a contribution. I'll get to your chat. Thank you. Well, who Marty are we talking about? And your family was your reward. Oh, my immediate family is definitely my reward. My wife, she believed in me. She trusted me. She didn't even know me. She had faith in me. I'm like, why'd you open up everything to me? She's like, I just trust you. But we'll see. Big Arm says, Dom, can you get Larry Mazur on? I'm going to speak to Larry. I'll give him a call. Maybe go out to dinner with him, and then we'll do something. Yes, I can. Jeff Nadu has been trying to reach out to Hippie. Hippie's a joke. Hippie's a joke, and so is Jeff. He could reach out to him all he wants. So that's all it is. Oh, you meant Maddie. So let me go back to that. I'm sorry. Let me go back to your question. Oh, Shay. This is from Shay. Hold on, Shay. 1 minute. I'll get back to you in a minute. Jamie says, I feel like you meeting Maddie was your changing point, and your family was your absolutely, absolutely, without a doubt. Listen, this woman has my back, right, wrong, or indifferent. She gives me more. I say, put me in jail. I have more freedom with a warden, and I say that respectfully. But she keeps me in line. She keeps me grounded. She'll tell me when I'm wrong and fight with me when I'm wrong, and be on top of me. She wants me to be a better person, better individual, human being, and and she's tough. She doesn't let anything slide with me. But you know what? I love her dearly. She's my support. There's times I want to choke her, and I'm saying that as a joke. But get frustrated, argue. But at the end of the day, she does everything for me. Try and keep me grounded, keep me sensible. And it's tough. It's about finding that right person that loves you for you, not for what you could provide. So, but when we have our ups and downs, like any other couple, sometimes my mouth goes sewer mouth, but I feel bad afterwards. But that's just all the frustrations, all the pent up, and there's no excuse for that. It's shameful. I'm embarrassed half of the times, but you know what? I try. Continue to use it less profanity, or have that sewer mouth, and just move on. But it's work. I'm still a work in progress, and I admit it. I'm the first one to admit it. But there's always an effort. There's always an effort in my actions. So that's all I could say. Shay, thank you for the contribution. Shay says, Dom, I notice you and Michael Franchese always pronounce each other's names in Italian. Very respectful of you too. Cicala and Franchese. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing his name, but I tell him I have a lot of respect for Michael. Michael's really, really a good guy. A lot of people do go to Michael. They try, I'm not even going to go into it because I don't even want to. But we have a lot of talks together. We do speak. We go over things, and there may be some things in the future that we're planning on putting together. We'll see. I'm not going to announce anything until things are set in stone. G, thank you for the contribution again. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. How about a little subject change? Absolutely. What would you like? Did you guys see how the royal family is greeting Trump? No. Us English gentry know how to impress the U.S. president. When you come to the U.K., Dom, I'll pull out, what's that, Grandos for you. Definitely, without a doubt. Without a doubt, G, I will be in the UK with Maddie shortly. We have my boy Michael Anderson, Mick out there, his whole group, really good group of guys. Michael, I love him dearly. That's my brother from another mother. We'll be out there. We'll let people know. Might even do a speaking engagement. I know he has the Gillingham soccer club. So maybe we'll do something at that stadium. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I could get Michael Franchese. The two of us will go out there. We'll see. Chat D, over 500 people here, only 100 people. Hit the like button, please. My followers are getting mad. Hit that like button. Thank you. Phil D. Dom, does the name Ciro Guerrero from Throg's Neck back in the day ring a bell? Ciro. Who was behind Pasta on what? No, it doesn't, but I know of Pasta. No, but his name doesn't ring a bell. It just skipped on me. Sorry about that. Lefty, you two should open a gas station cheeseburger shop, okay? The justice we made. Before Mancuso got out, he was warned by someone, didn't listen. He got sent back. Before he got out, he was warned. Vinny said his honor, not cooperating, is worth more than freedom. Listen, that's Vinny. Gotta give it to Vinny. But this was Vinny did, I think, 11 months prior. So it was Vinny never seen the system before. I've been in and out of the system. I saw how it worked. You know what? There's guys like Sonny Franchese would just never cooperate. I got tired of it. I was tired of it. I was tired of being told on. I was tired of everything. So yes, everybody's different. People, hit that like button. Come on. If you want me to stay on, hit the like button. Give me 200 likes. We have 456 people, 179 likes. Come on. Hit the like button. Nobody will know it's you. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to break your fingers. CW, what if Vinny cooperated to get out? Vinny's not cooperating. Vinny will not cooperate at this point. Vinny's too prideful for that. Hey, Dom, my name is Arcus. Any run in with the Cavalcante family in Northern Jersey? I read that the Sopranos. No, I never had any run-ins with them at all. Never any run-ins. Vincent says, my father's business, INRI, it's done. Okay. Atticus. Okay, thank you. Chad D, thank you for the contribution. Greatly appreciated. Hey, what's up, Tony? Good to see you on. See, we got Maddie in bothering me again. What was the best moment in your career in the mob? Oh, my best moment in the mob. As a kid, when I was around Big Ernie, when I was with Quiet Dom, spending time with them. Those were my best moments. Arturo, Dominic, did you know Buddy Torres? No, I didn't know Buddy. Never met Buddy. We missed each other. Never had the chance to meet him. Craig, Dom, were you involved with Enzo's on Williamsbridge Road? No, I wasn't. Was not involved over there. Jay says, I got skipped. I'm just asking about Buffalo, New York. Anything. I love my city. Listen, the only thing in Buffalo that I knew, Joe Rossi. I was with Joe Rossi. I used to call him Mr. Magoo. Do you know we were in Talladega together? He used to play Scrabble with a Jewish fellow. And they're playing, at the time we had coins in the prison system. You could have, I think, $30 in coins, $30 or $25. Every week you could draw $15. And they would play for nickels. We had nickels, dimes, and quarters. And they would play nickel a point, whatever it was. And they would get into brawls. We'd laugh. One day, as you're walking to each unit, they have like a road. It's the easiest way to explain. It's like a college campus. They have the roads. It's blacktop. But on the side, you had ditches for when it rained. The gully, that's where the water goes in. One day, Joe's walking. He's talking. And as he's talking, we're walking to the units. We lived in the same unit. And I still hear him. I turn around. What the? I hear, I look. He was walking, doing something. He fell in the ditch. He walked in the ditch. His glasses came off. So ever since then, I called him Mr. Magoo. Waldo, where are you? I had fun with him, but he was from Buffalo. I like Joe. Joe was a great, great guy. Alfredo, Dom, who was the biggest earner in the family at the time, and how big was this contribution? The biggest earner, I would have to say, well, business-wise earner or sports book, I would say us, Vinny, myself. Vinny would give Joe himself anywhere from 100 to 150,000 at Christmas time. He would kick up to Joe Messino. Vinny did it. He says, Bo, as long as you're taking care of the boss, you're giving him an exorbitant amount of money, you're safe. You're safe. You'll get all privileges. That was Vinny's concept. And Vinny was right with that. Vinny never got killed for killing people without Joe knowing about it, authorizing it, or okaying it. So, and Vinny said one thing. If you give 100, make sure you give 100 every year or more. Because once you give less, they think you're robbing. So even if you have to steal money, borrow money, do what you have to do. Who do we have? Chad, thank you. Michelle, thank you for the contribution. Appreciate it. Who else do we have? All right. Thank you, folks, for coming on. Thank you for giving me my 200 likes. Come on, we'll answer some more questions. Lefty says, out of all the guys Joe killed, who do you think would have made the biggest difference if they weren't killed? I would have to say George from Canada. He was a powerhouse. He was like the liaison, not like he was the liaison to the show. Definitely George from everybody. I mean, Joe killed Caesar, Sonny Red, Sonny Black, everybody. He killed all the real men in the family. That's crazy, crazy. John says, Dom, did you know Baby John, the cannoli king on Mulberry Street? No, I didn't. The justice we make. Can you talk about Lake George? If not, it's okay. I don't know anything about Lake George. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Dom, have a good night. Philly Bob, have a good night. With that, you know what, everybody? We're on almost an hour. Thank you for all the love and support. People, go check out OCN, Official Crypto Nostra. Go to Apple. Oh, by the way, next week we'll be up and running on Android. We had to make some adjustments on the game. So there was updates made on the game. So download. There should be new download on Apple. Rise to power. Play the game. Check out Franchise Wines. Go to Franchise Wines. Put the promo code DOM15. You got 15% off. Order 4 bottles or more. And shipping's only $1. Sally Dad's story. It'll be coming out soon. Shortly. Don't worry. We'll come out with that too. Tony says, what's the good word, Dom? I'm hanging with my dad right now. We just picked up his BMW from the shop. New engine in it. Good word is take your dad out to dinner. Tony, tell your dad I wish him the best. Spend some time with him because life is too short, brother. And you never know when he's not going to be there or you're not going to be there. Tell him you love him, hug him, have a dinner. People, have a good night. Wish everybody the best. And don't forget OCN to the moon. And people were sending out books and shirts tomorrow. I got all the boxes done up. We're ready to go. So, Pat, good night. Dennis, good night. Cynthia, Lee Montoya, good night. Sanchez, good night. Big Arms, Gulf. Dennis, John Haas, Susan, have a good night, everybody. Wish everybody the best. Much love and respect. And we'll see everybody tomorrow night. David, Michelle, goodbye. German, my brother from another mother. What's going on, my German? From the land down under. Chris, good night. So, David, Lee Big, bye. Take care, everybody. See everybody tomorrow night, live at 5. Be there.